And hello everyone and welcome to Neely FX. My name is Michael Neely and this is the channel where I talk about foreign exchange trading, and we're going to talk about possible setups for this week. Again, possible setups for this week. Nothing is guaranteed. We're into the trading arena, and especially not in Forex. First, I want to do this and kind of go to our risk disclaimer screen and show you that, let's read this all together. And yeah, oh yes, we're probably going to be joined by Henry the Parakeet, the Forex Trading Parakeet. In fact, there he is on top of my head right now. This channel is for educational and entertainment purposes only and does not constitute trading or financial advice. I'm a professional trader, not a broker, trading my own capital. I do not solicit funds, manage client accounts, nor do I hold CFTC or NFA registration. Forex trading is highly speculative with a high risk of losing some or all of your investment capital. Only trade with funds you can comfortably afford to lose. Now that should say something really large right there. In fact, my last video was how I lost some money. So now we're going to get into the CFTC risk disclosure. Forex trading carries a high degree of risk and may not be suitable for all investors. The high degree of leverage can work against you as well as for you. Before trading Forex, consider your investment objectives, experience, and risk appetite. You could sustain a loss of some or all of your investment capital if you do it poorly. So we're not going to do that. So let's get into what we're going to talk about today. First, we're going to talk about risk setups today as we see what we have going on this week in the United States. It's about 4:44, but the market's open in about 15 minutes, so I really want to wrap this up pretty quickly. But here we have what's going on today, June the 15th. Not a lot going on today. We have the Chinese industrial production numbers coming out a little bit later, as well as nothing really that affects the United States too much. Here we're going to get into the Japanese policy rate tomorrow. Ooh, that's going to be a big one for the dollar versus the yen. And also the current events in the world could very greatly affect that as well. As we see, we have some current events that are kind of fun and not fun with the Israel-Iran conflict going on right now. And then we have the monetary policy statement on Tuesday. I think this is Tuesday. Yes, we have core retail sales numbers coming out, as well as retail sales and the BOJ press conference from their rate decision. So that'll be interesting to see what the Japanese do. We have had interest rates going up in Japan on their bond yields, which we'll get into that in just a few minutes. And then capacity utilization and industrial production, two of my former favorites as far as judging whether or not what the Henry doing what the United States economy is doing. Here we have on Wednesday the 18th, we also have a whole bunch of other stuff coming out. The Fed funds rate coming out on this week. That'll be exciting to see if they decide to raise rates or cut rates. Let's show a little fun, have a little fun going on right here. We're going to go to, ouch, Henry, stop it. CME Fed Watch. Now these are guys who try to predict what the Fed is going to do at any given moment in time. And here we can come over here and see what's happening with this. And they are saying that there's a 96.9% chance that the United States is... Wait a minute, do I see a rate cut? No, I don't. That they're going to hold. That they're going to hold the current interest rate. And that makes sense with the rhetoric going back and forth between Trump and Powell. So we'll come back over here to Forex Factory, and so we have rate decision for the United States coming out, as well as FOMC economic projections and the FOMC statement. So Wednesday, we're going to potentially a lot of volatility going on with the dollar. Ow! Going on with the dollar. Quit biting me. He's fighting me right now. Let's see. So then on Thursday, we have, I thought it was a holiday, a bank holiday on, it is. Thursday is a bank holiday, so it's a federal holiday for the dollar. So we're going to get a lot of not trading going on. Trading on the American market is probably on the American side is probably going to stop around 11 o'clock when the European markets close, 11 o'clock New York time. And then Friday we have. I try not to trade on Fridays because Fridays can get weird, especially going into the weekend, because it's really not quite sure what's going to happen, especially after about 11 o'clock on Friday when the European markets close, and then the rest of the American market just really doesn't do much after that unless something really big is going on the fundamental level. So that's what we have as far as that goes. Let's look at some setups. Now I'm currently trading the dollar, or the euro versus the dollar, the yen versus the dollar, or the dollar versus the yen rather, and then gold and silver. Those are my favorites right now. I could get into some others, but I'm not in a position to trade everything, so I don't. And I trade what I know also. So this is the my screen for the hourly on the dollar versus the the euro versus the dollar. I'm going to back out to the monthly. Boy, doesn't that look interesting? Hard to trade from that chart. So we really don't have a whole lot of downward motion going on right now. I could draw another trend line in here for here, except I don't want to use a trend line, so we're going to back that back out. We're going to use a ray instead, and that way it'll go on indefinitely from our points. We'll go right there, and then down to about there, and then that gives us our monthly trend line. So we put that in there for monthly resistance trend line. Or monthly resistance trend line, as I call it, the top line. So this is what it looks like so far. It looks kind of like it's going to be wedging in there. It could, judging by the monthly chart, it could be going down. So we'll see if we get in a little bit closer. And I'll come back in here to the weekly chart, see if that changes too much. And again, we have the weekly time frames in here, and got some, again, that monthly, now that I've drawn that monthly one in there, it makes things look a lot different. The monthly resistance trend line. So that kind of changes my initial outlook on what I was going to talk about. So we've got the day, and let's go ahead and get down to the 4 hour and the hour. The 4 hour, so we can see what these other ones are, and again, make this bigger. And I have some yellow lines drawn on here. You'll see what I mean by those in just a minute. Ow! And if you get a parakeet, remember, they are going to try to eat you. So, always keep that in mind. Let's see, over here, we'll go down to the hours. The 4 hour is a great chart to try to trade. You get plenty of time to make decisions and see what's going to happen. According to this trend line, it's going to be heading down on the, or that's the 4 hourly, that's the hourly, hourly resistance I haven't even gotten into yet. And he's fighting for me for possession of my soul, I think, right now. I think he thinks he's almost got it. Let's see. Here we have the chart that I'm looking at now. Now, this is the hourly chart. This is the one that I base my decisions and trading decisions on. And you got to stop that. You got to stop that little dude. Here, get it back over here. We have the hourly resistance chart looks like this. It's got a very nice doji right here too, which indicates that it could be headed down according to that trend line. So, however, that would also be the trend line. If it breaks this trend line, then we're looking at possibly a 115.61, 115.70 entry, and then goes north. If not, we're looking for a trend line around 114. If it breaks 114, really that's going to be the one to break. It's way down here at 114.83. That's going to be a long way to go. So we'll see what happens. We're going to put a little line in there too. So if it heads to the downside, it's got a long way to go. If it heads to the upside, you might be able to get a little bit of a movement in there between 60 and then up here into the 116 level, which is going to be a tough cookie for it to break unless something really neat happens, like big devaluation on the dollar side. So we got about 9 minutes. Let's pick this up a notch. Okay, so let's go to the euro versus the yen. And again, these are not guarantees by any stretch of the imagination. This is just merely ideas on what could happen. And I'm going to go straight to the hourly on this one. I have started started drawing the trend lines all the way back out to the monthly, just like I did for the yen. And I also have some SMC, what's called block of trades in here too, to show where potentially large players could be buying and selling. As you can see, the dollar versus the yen, just like the euro, is right in between these trading blocks. So we've got a pretty good coin flip on what could happen. On this one, we're looking at a resistance level probably around here, on 144.50. And again, I hate coming into the market at the 50. I'd go to the 60 or 65. potentially. And then on the downside, if it heads down here, the hourly support trend line is right there. And this is actually more towards the downside. We could draw another one in here. Actually attach these two and give you 3 touch points. That would be right on the 3rd touch point. But I like to keep the candles the same for resistance and everything else. It's Henry trying to chirp and bite at the same time as making that noise. He's not complaining about anything. So we do have a change of character here, bullish change of character, but it doesn't look like it's going anywhere. That really hurt Henry. So let's see, again, on this one, looking for it to go top side a little bit. I'm probably not going to bounce off of this resistance line, because if it trades the same way with a very dollar-based trade, the dollar-based motivation, then the euro will go up and the yen will go down, and the dollar versus the yen will go down because due to weakness in the dollar or weakness in the bond yields. Because right now we had good strong closes on the bond yields on Friday, right there, which was kind of a change of pace. We did have decreasing bond yields for a little while. Henry is agreeing with me. Let's see. And after this, let's get into gold real quick, because I'm actively involved in gold, and profitably, but might not. So this is XAU USD. And I like the charts put together for us by the nice people at Forex.com. That's who I trade with. Gold, there's really not anything headed south on gold. Gold has just been a rocket ship all year long, and it's going to pretty much stay that way. It'll probably come down to here, probably touch this point, and then again take off again. There's no resistance to this. It's due to central banks restructuring their portfolios and what's holding up their central banks, in my opinion. So gold is just, I don't see any reason why you would not get into gold at this point. And that, again, is not trading advice, it's merely entertainment. But if I had to give trading advice, let's see. And then XAG USD. Let's look at silver real quick, and then we're going to be done. Let's see. So this one, silver's a little bit trickier. Silver's used in a lot of electronic equipment and a lot of other different areas. So there's an industrial demand for silver outside of backing central banks, but it does tend to trade in tandem with gold. It is coming into a neat little wedge right here to see what's going to happen. The high, I've got a big high up here around 36.89. And again, this is the hourly chart, 1 hour chart. This is where I ultimately make all my decisions. And again, this is another coin toss. I mean, you could 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. According to Elliott wave theory, I think that means this wedge could head south because it hit the top line first and then came down. 5 touches on each of them. I mean, there's a good question on what's going to happen with silver. And again, I don't know if this one's touching. Oh yeah, it is. It's touching this one right here. So if we pull that in just a little bit more, it makes it even tighter, like that. Put this one back about right there. And then that's what we're looking at there. So 136.30, looking at a possible breakout around the, I don't see a potential breakout to the top side. That's a lot of, it's a big buying block right there, or big selling block where a lot of players will come in and buy it and head to, south again. And then we have not a whole lot of support going on, it seems, either. But again, I could be wrong at any given time on this. But that's what we're looking at for Sunday, the June the 15th. Hope everybody's having a happy Father's Day, and that's going to wrap it up for this one. You guys have a great one, and with markets open in 5 minutes, we'll see what happens for real. Have a great one.